Often when people are looking for a family car, it's generally the SUV that they go for, which makes sense. It's big, it's spacious, etc. However, if you're brave enough to dig your hand into the MPV segment, you might be pleasantly surprised. Today we're driving the Ford Tourneo, which is a spin-off of the Ford Transit. Here you're getting practicality, space, 8 seats, which is enough to fit a small family or a soccer team. Let's take a look. Now, because this is essentially a spin-off of the Ford Transit, it is a big box. However, they have tried to make it look more passenger car-like. So at the rear, you do get these smoke taillights, which look nice. On either side, you get massive glass panels, which do transform the look a bit. And then at the top, you've got roof rails that are foldable. Those are practical. And moving over to the front, you do get these LED light strips, as well as that grille, which resembles the Ford Territory. If you just ignore the rear side of the car, the front end does feel car-like. So Ford has added some nice features in here. You do get this square-like leather steering wheel. You get 2 displays here, one with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It is touchscreen, which I'm not a fan of, but it works. You're also getting a reverse camera in here. However, it's not a 360-degree camera, and I think you absolutely need that in this car. Ford has also added USB ports galore in this vehicle. You do get 2 in the front, but a total of 8 in the entire car. So everyone literally gets a USB port. Cup holders are ample, 4 in the front and 4 in the back. The other thing I do like about this vehicle is practicality. So I can move from the driver's seat all the way to the back. Now, speaking of practicality, you do get 2 rows of seats in the back and space is ample. These seats can be configured whichever way you want to configure them. You can turn them around, you can make them all face forward. You also get child seat anchors in the seats in case you have little babies that you want to transport and move around. Rear seat passengers also get their own climate control at the top here with vents. And if you really want space and use this thing for what it was built for, which is a panel van, you can remove all of these seats and have nearly 7,000 liters of space. You can put a queen-size bed in here. Okay, so what is powering the Ford Tourneo? We've got ourselves a 2-liter turbo diesel engine in here, which is a fit for this kind of car. It is a reliable engine from Ford. We are pushing out, 100 kilowatts and 360 newton meters of torque. In my opinion, it's plenty enough. It's enough for this kind of vehicle. It is mated to a 8-speed gearbox automatic. The two work well together in my opinion. It's quite interesting though that they don't have a gear selector in this vehicle. So it's almost like the Mercedes-Benz stalk on the side that they put in here. All car-like, but it's not really car-like. There are still some parts of this car that remind you that it still is a panel van. For instance, as I'm driving, I'm constantly hearing creaks and sounds in the back that remind me that this is still a panel van. Ford has done well in terms of the dampening of the vehicle, so you're not really going to suffer that much in terms of ride quality. So let's talk pricing and money, which is an important factor in this economy. What are you looking at in the Ford Tourneo? You're spending just over $1 million for all of this. You don't get the leather seats, instead you get the cloth. You don't get the 360-degree camera, which is an essential thing in a car this big. You do, however, have competition. You get the Opel Zafira, the VW Combi, as well as the Hyundai Staria. All of these options are more car-like than this, so you might want to consider that or an SUV if you don't need this much space.